What's up, YouTube watchers? My name is JT and I have multiple sclerosis. Today I feel like crap. I have fatigue. I can't think all that well. Can't put together sentences right now. I'm just trying to struggle through this video for you guys to spread awareness of multiple sclerosis and what it can do to you. And today we'll be watching a video by Aaron Bosher, and he's going to be talking about COG fogs, which is brain fog. I call it brain fog, but it's called COG fog. So we're going to get into this. Here we go.
COG fog, or difficulty with thinking and memory, is very common in the setting of multiple sclerosis. In this video, I'll share with you the multitude of contributing factors that can make COG fog possible or make it worse. Don't turn away, because that starts right now. Hey! Howdy! Thanks for learning about MS with me, Aaron Boster. I started this YouTube channel to help my own MS clinic patients learn between visits, and it's my hope that through these videos, I can help you learn too. COG fog, cognitive fatigue, or difficulties with thinking and memory are very common in the setting of multiple sclerosis.
Yep.
There are many contributing factors which can cause or contribute to COG fog, and understanding them is the first step in making them better. In this video today, I'm going to go through over 25 common contributors to COG fog. So let's jump in. Inflammation. Someone who has more contrast-enhancing lesions and someone who has more attacks is more likely to experience cognitive impairment later on. Similarly, progression of neurological disability, so progressing in your MS disease, is
I think I am progressing. Well, of course, it's not going to get any better and probably not find a cure. I know they have one. But I'm going to just keep on going and fighting. Not going to get depressed about it. Not gonna get it, I want to be stable as well, live my life as best as possible.
also associated with cognitive impairment. On the MRI, seeing features of accelerated brain shrinkage is a strong correlate to cognitive impairment. Many other symptoms that people with MS can experience can contribute to COG fog, or difficulty with thinking and memory. The biggest one being depression.
Yeah.
People with MS are
Not
twice
gonna
as
do
likely
it.
to experience depression compared to the general population. And depression can lead to something called pseudo-dementia. Pseudo being Greek for similar to, but it ain't. Dementia meaning can't think clearly. And so someone who has undertreated depression
Can't think clearly. So pseudo dementia. Dementia? Pseudo.
will have worsening of thinking and
Interesting.
memory. Keep in mind, if you treat the depression, the memory gets better. Anxiety can also contribute to difficulty with
I have anxiety. I take medication for it, and it's stable right now. I haven't had any anxiety attacks in a while. Thank to God. I'm struggling, guys. I'm sorry. So let's keep going.
executive function and decision making, and ultimately contribute to cognitive impairment. Many other symptoms can also contribute to cognitive impairment. For example, fatigue is very common in MS,
Yeah.
and fatigue can also include cognitive fatigue, and people will experience difficulties with processing thoughts or speaking clearly or finding their words as they get tired throughout the day.
If you could tell, that's me right now. And a lot of times when I make videos, I can't speak clearly. Uh, but the brain fog and the fatigue is what I'm going through right now.
Heat sensitivity is another MS symptom, not uncommon, and in the setting of high ambient temperatures, kind of like outside here in Ohio today, people with MS can have difficulty with thinking and memory.
I live in Texas. It's hot. We don't have four seasons. We have two. It's cold or it's hot. And there's a lot of humidity. Even when it's cold, there's humidity. And that plays a factor in my MS.
There's plenty of aspects of sleep which are tied into cognition, and it's all too common that people with MS can develop difficulties with sleeping. For example, if you have poor sleep hygiene, If you're going to bed super late, not getting enough hours of sleep, drinking fluids right before bedtime, watching TV in bed, there's a host of behaviors which can lead to poor sleep quality and quantity, which can lead to difficulty with thinking and memory. Beyond that, there are certain issues that can impact sleep, like spasms and cramps that wake you up from sleep at night, or similarly,
Oh man, last night I had a cramp in my foot and it hurt so bad. It woke me up and I just stretched my foot, rubbed it. That's all you could do.
nocturia, the need to get up multiple times a night to go to the bathroom.
No, I don't
There's
have that.
conditions like obstructive sleep apnea and restless leg syndrome, which are both more
I have
common in the
that.
setting of multiple sclerosis.
My legs don't
Beyond that,
stop.
people with MS are at increased risk of social isolation. Social isolation can lead to difficulties with thinking and memory and can worsen depression. Stressors, psychosocial stressors, can contribute to cognitive impairment. And even things like fevers can lead to heat sensitivity. Medicines given for appropriate reasons can contribute to cog fog. So, not uncommonly, there are side effects of medicines for bladder, for spasticity, for neuropathic pain. Narcotics and benzodiazepines are notorious for causing difficulties with thinking and memory. The average person with MS takes 7 prescription drugs,
Hmm.
and that's too many. Polypharmacy, being on too many drugs in and of itself, can cause difficulties with thinking and memory. Also, we have to keep in mind drugs and alcohol, and the use of recreational alcohol or
I stopped
recreational
doing
drugs
that a long
can
time ago.
contribute to difficulties with thinking and memory. Undertreated cardiovascular risk factors, things like undertreated diabetes, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, morbid obesity, physical inactivity, these can lead to difficulties with accelerating disability progression in
Stroke
MS,
advocate,
and likewise
Aaron
contribute
Boster,
to difficulty with thinking and
MD.
memory as we age. Also,
What's
other
that?
things like thyroid dysfunction, particularly low thyroid, can contribute to cog fog. Vitamin deficiencies, like deficiencies of B12 or of vitamin D, can contribute to cog fog. Low testosterone in men with MS has been associated with cognitive impairment.
I probably
Other
had
things
that.
like migraines or seizures, which are more common amongst people
I have had seizures, and I have the grandma seizures where you flop around on the ground and you kind of black out. My seizures, it's like I see a disco ball sight in my sight, and it goes round and round, and then I start tensing up right here. My neck goes like this, and I fall to the ground and start flopping around like a fish.
with MS can contribute to cog fog in different ways. The migraine aura can lead people having difficulty processing, or post seizure, someone can be confused for many, many days. My point here is cognitive impairment, which is very common in MS, is a complex symptom. I just listed over 25 contributors, and there are more. And when you identify that someone has difficulty with thinking and memory in the setting of MS, it's important to tease apart and unravel the specific contributors because many of them are treatable. My name's Aaron Boster, and thank you for learning about MS with me.
Okay, guys, if you got anything out of this video, please like and subscribe. And until next time, peace.